Okay, this is that Husqvarna Model 51 that I put together out of two junked ones. Now, I've been using that a lot, cutting the small oak. You know, I've only got the 18-inch bar on here because that's all I need. You know, because most of it that I'm cutting is about that big or smaller. And so it's nice, it's easy saw to work with. And really cheap running because I can fill the whole back of the chick magnet here heaping full of firewood on less than one tank of fuel. I don't know how much the tank holds, but it's plenty. But the one problem I've had a couple times now is the muffler works loose. And they're kind of a different sort of an arrangement. And it got to the point where it would work loose and the holes got too big, and I've been trying to get that to stay on, but it keeps falling off. So I was looking for a new muffler, and the cheapest I could find was between like $50 and $60 for a new aftermarket one. So rather than go that way, I went on eBay and I found myself another junk saw that looked like it had a good muffler. Much cheaper. And then I always have the option to hold an extra part. But we'll see what I actually have in here. You know, this is for a Model 55, but like I said before, 51s and 55s pretty much the same saw, just a different bore in the cylinder. Yeah, see, even this is a part that I have use for. But like these covers and stuff like that, you can't go wrong with them. Now I'm taking it for granted that this probably has a scored cylinder. Yes, they're scoring on the inside. That's usually what kills them. But the muffler is in excellent shape. And that's what I needed. Yeah, no problem there. Yeah, see these 55s, they're, like I say, bigger bore, and they've got a compression release. In fact, one of these days I'm going to tear apart my 55 and do a overhaul on that. I got a set of rings and stuff for it. But what I was looking for now was to get myself another muffler. But by doing it this way, then I get all these other parts, including, you know, like the caps, those rubber isolation mounts. In fact, yeah, this piston, you can see the scoring there right by the exhaust port. And it's just, you know, that's why I always run the Husqvarna oil. Okay, got a good clutch, a good drive sprocket. Yeah, excellent drive sprocket. So there's a lot of good parts to be had. But the main thing I was after was the muffler. A flywheel and some heat shield that I don't think even belongs with this. I think somebody got confused. Yeah, that's the whole deal, but that saved me a little money. Plus, gave me a lot of extra parts, if nothing else, even just all the fasteners, you know, all these metric screws and stuff. But also now I've got a good case, so if I should decide to, I could actually, you know, if I can come across another piston and cylinder that isn't scored up, and you can buy aftermarket Chinese ones pretty cheap, and this might be worth doing that on it. You know, putting together a saw with one of those aftermarket ones, because I think it's like piston and cylinder is like $30 or $40, you know. So I got my doubts about them, because the regular Husqvarna one you're looking at a couple $100. But if nothing else, I got another case, and I got my muffler. Well, I got a spark plug too. Looks like a new spark plug. The guy must have been trying. But you know, there's a mistake too. You know, you can get the wrong spark plug, and I don't think this is the right one. and you can score up a cylinder that way. You know, but that's usually what kills a saw, is somebody scores a cylinder up on them. But this gives me parts. Because like I say, I've been happy with this one. Been a good running saw, and it saves wear and tear on my 55. You know, no point using a bigger saw if I don't have to. And this one I run that 18-inch bar, and it's that micro light, so it's a thinner cut, so it takes less power to cut through. So that I can save my 55 for the bigger stuff. Great running saw too. But someday I'll do an overhaul on my 55. Like I say, I want to put a ring in these crankcase seals. Because I have never done anything to that saw. It's just worked ever since I got it. And them seals have got to be worn some. So I figure it's just about time to put, you know, ring and seals in. And that's a relatively cheap job. Better than letting it go to the point where you tear something up. And I think that's a lot of times when people complain about hard starting saws. It's usually your crankcase seals are bad. But this looks like a good case too, you know, if I should get in a jam. Yeah, like say, even these fasteners now, those you can lose. And they're a coarse type screw that goes into the plastic. So yeah, plenty of good parts. It saved me a lot on the muffler. Yeah, no, I've got, you know, the regular made in Sweden muffler rather than having to buy some aftermarket one that I'm not sure of. Put that on and go back to cutting. But that's where I always hate that deal, you know, the new ones that are being made here by Pooling. They don't have the great parts interchangeability like these old ones do. So that's what I look for on that tag where it says Sweden. Then I know what I'm getting. But I'll have to keep scouring. If I buy one more junker, I can have another saw.